Greetings everyone, Brett here with Hammerhead Model Making, and we are back with another 5-minute review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Monogram ProModeler F-86D dog saber in 1/48 scale. Now, I'm hesitant to consider this one a nostalgia review because this is actually a new to me kit. However, the original tooling was back in 2001, and that generally falls within the time frame that I would start considering nostalgic kits. That said, the reason why I got this kit is because a buddy of mine, Fuzzy's Ghost Models, recently built one of these, and I was amazed at how nicely it looked and how nice the kit looked and how well it went together, and he just did a phenomenal job on it. And so I had to pick one up myself. Now, overall, for a 2001 tooling, the kit looks extremely nice. There's a lot of stickers in here that says the kit was tooled in Korea. It was made in Korea. So this is definitely giving me like Academy vibes, but it's very nice. You get a nice figure here. Very nice recessed panel lines. Not a ton of rivet detail, but there is rivet detail. You get nice cockpit detail, lots of like raised buttons and features and things. Decent multi-part ejection seat. You know, there's quite a lot going on for this kit. And as far as I know, this is the only offering of this particular aircraft in the scale, so they've definitely set a high bar here. Another thing that I noticed as I went through this kit is that there is a very distinct lack of ejector pin markings in anywhere where it's important. And so I need to give them props for doing that, because I can't find anywhere where you're going to have to clean up an ejector pin marking other than maybe the inside of the intake, but the intake is so small and squashed that I think you'd be hard pressed to find anything in there anyways. But that would be the only place. Everywhere else, like the inside of landing gear doors and things like that, where you would typically see ejector pin marks, there are none. You do get a few options out of the kit. You have the option of posable slats and flaps, which is nice. You get a pilot figure, like I mentioned before, and you can have the canopy open or closed. You get just drop tanks in terms of ordnance, plus the little like unguided rocket rack that sits underneath the nose. So yeah, I think it pretty much comes with everything that you would expect it to come with, and that you would need to outfit a dog saber. You also do get this little tractor tug kind of as a bonus in the kit, which is nice. It looks pretty decent, and since 1/48 scale like airfield equipment can be hard to come by, definitely a nice addition. And you also get this little trolley that comes with it as well. However, it's not mentioned in the instructions, but nevertheless, just, you know, one more thing you can use to liven up your diorama. Clear parts look very nice as well. There's a slight distortion kind of down on the bottom edges of it, but you know, everywhere else it looks phenomenal, crystal clear, nice and clean. Definitely a huge plus there. Decals, for being nearly 25 years old, I think are in remarkable shape and look extremely nice. Very minimal carrier film. It has kind of a nice like semi matte, you know, sheen to it. Very little carrier film, nice perfect registry. I mean, we'll see how they actually hold up once they go into water, but at least from my initial viewing, they look extremely nice. So we'll go ahead and take a quick look through the instructions. One of the nice things that I like about the ProModeler instructions, even though they are definitely a product of their time, is it has quite a few pictures of the real aircraft, along with like little tips and painting guides and extra little details that you can consider in your build. One thing to note, the kit does provide you with a little clear like stand that you're supposed to put underneath the aircraft to help it sit on all three wheels. It does not mention anything about nose weight. I would recommend putting nose weight in. There should be plenty of room both in front of the cockpit and behind the cockpit to put plenty of nose weight to get that thing to set down, so that you don't have to have a little clear stand propping it up, which kind of, at least in my opinion, kind of breaks the immersion and takes away from the overall look. But yeah, I mean, for a 25-year-old kit, I think this thing looks absolutely awesome and would easily stand up against many modern day kits. So definitely recommend it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.